Hello, friends. Same day of the week, different location. Hi, I'm Debbie Brown of Debbie Brown Quilts, and I am coming to you to tell you about my quilting and life adventures this week. But I'm in a different location this week. I live near New York City, but I'm originally from Pittsburgh, which means my mom lives in Pittsburgh and my sister lives in Pittsburgh, and my in-laws retired back to Pittsburgh. So periodically, if my sister's traveling, I come into town to be near our mom, and then I also am here in case my in-laws need anything. So just a stage of life. I'm the kid in the family that doesn't have a real job. So I get to travel around. So I'm in Pittsburgh for a bit. So welcome to my sister's kitchen. Her kitchen table is now my sewing room. She doesn't sew at all, so I bring it all with me and take over while she's out of town. So Patty, hello in Ohio. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So I have a lot of things to tell you. Haven't gotten much quilting done, like work quilting, because I've been here and there's been some life stuff with parents and medical and all that stuff. So I've been kind of busy. But first, I brought quilting with me. So I'll start with quilting, and here's my quilting box. I am making Betsy, which is this one of the quilt-alongs for Primitive Gatherings this year. And it is all appliqued. And I'm hand appliquing all of it like this. So this is Swiss cheese fabric. But Primitive Gatherings is using red, white, and blue fabric. And I love that. I do. But I also have a bunch of fabric in a box that I call my happy fabric. So let me get the box out. And the box is over here. Ugh. So this is all of the fabric I throw in here that's happy. So I made a Lori Holt quilt out of it. I'm ready to make another Lori Holt quilt out of this. So I have what I need to make the Honeybee Garden quilt. So the templates are already in here. And I decided to make my Betsy out of all fabrics that just make me happy. And they're usually pretty bright because that's how I roll. Although I do love the red, white, and blue, I love the Primitive Gatherings fabric, but I have that whole box sitting right there. Now, so it was easy to grab the box. I grabbed a cutting board, and then I have my little box that I need for this. So I cut about 50 background squares that I'm using while I'm here, and hopefully I'll get that many done. I prepped up a bunch of leaves. So they are, you cut them out. Where is my template? I saw it a second ago. And oh, it's in here. So I have a template, and I cut the fabric out using a little baby rotary cutter because that gets the curves better. Isn't that adorable? And then I hand sew it to little paper pieces. Ta-da! Let's see if I can reach it. And then I starch it. So I use like a vodka water mixture, or you could use flatter, something like that, and starch it. And then I take the paper out and then I applique it down. So I am up to May 4th, which is yesterday. I'm trying to do one block a day. My quilt, I think the original quilt is 600 and some blocks. My quilt is only 480 because that's how big. I'm making mine 60 by 72. I don't have a purpose for this quilt. And that is the size I make quilts I don't have a purpose for. Let's see. Let me go through the questions. Janet, thank you. My birthday's tomorrow. Thank you. Yes, I'm in town with my mom and my mother-in-law for my birthday and for Mother's Day. With all of them. And then I'll go home next week when my sister gets home from her vacation. Ronnie, hello. It's good to see you. Terry, hello. It's good to see you. Terry, you are older. Always. Always. See, God knew you needed a friend. So you were born, and 9 months later, I was born. Kind of worked out. Um, Hello in Kissimmee, Florida. I brought all short sleeves and then a light jacket here in Pittsburgh, and it was down in the 30s. I'm not sure you had that problem in Kissimmee, but we're finally up to normal May temperatures, but it was really cold. I had to turn the heat on. I'm like, I love my sister, but I'm using your heat because it's cold and your dog lives here too. So your dog needs some heat. Let's see. Happy birthday. Thank you. 18 millimeter. I honestly have no idea. Does it say on here somewhere? There's a blade that says Olfa pattern USA EPC Japan. Olfa rotary cutter, special tungsten steel blade. It doesn't say the size, whatever size that is. There's my finger. There's the blade. It's a little one. It's not the teeniest little one because I have that too, but this is just a little one that does curves really well. Happy birthday. Yeah, birthdays mean a little less when you're 57, but I'll be 57 tomorrow, which is funny because Pittsburgh is the home of Heinz Corporation, and we love our Heinz ketchup here, and Heinz 57 varieties. So I'm turning 57 in Pittsburgh. Works out. Hello, Lisa. D, thank you. Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow. 30s. Yeah, it was really cold. I was putting on all my clothes. I brought a light sweater, a sweatshirt jacket, and a fleece jacket, and a raincoat. Just threw in the back seat of my car, and that's what I was going to wear. And then I ended up wearing all of them at the same time because it was like 32 degrees. Janet, early for the birthday wishes, then not at all. Thank you. Yeah, it's my birthday week. Janet, that's a 28 millimeter. I have no idea. It's this size. It doesn't say, and I don't think I have that kind of ruler with me. Wait, do I? I don't know that. Let's see. I have a ruler in here somewhere. Do I have a bag with a ruler? Maybe. Yes. No. Maybe so. I have no idea. Anyway, it's whatever size it is. It's this big. Let's see. I am young. I am as old as I am. There you go. I am so Pittsburgh this year. I am so Pittsburgh. Now, and I have more. So let's go back to Betsy. So then I sew, I pin it down with my tiny little 1/2 inch applique pins or 3/4 inch applique pins. I do have 1/2 inch ones, but they're at home. And then I applique it down using my Invisifill thread, which is going to make everyone jealous. I might be missing something here. We'll see. I heard something crash off the table. This is my applique bag, and these are my applique threads. 60 colors of Invisifill, 100 weight polyester thread. And that's what I applique with. Be jealous. Yep, 28 millimeter. Thank you. Glad you can all measure from a distance. I have no idea. I got nothing. It's that big, however that big that is. So I applique it, and for applique, I use teeny little needles. Let me pull out. I have my needles in here. So I use, what's here? These are, nope. Straw needles size 10 from Jean Kimball's Foxglove Cottage. That's what I'm using. I'm using sharps, not size 9 sharps or size 12 sharps. I'm not sure, whatever these tulip needles are. That's what I use to sew through the paper. And I ruined my finger. And I have all sorts of thimbles in my bag here. But what I really use are these polka dots. Pokey dots, they're from Jill Lilly Studios, and they come in a little can. But then once you use them, they don't have stick on them. So what I did was like, hey, I came from garments, and I know that women have garment tape when you're wearing an evening gown to hold things in place. And that is really super expensive. So it's like paying the female tax. They overprice something. But you know what is also sticky? men's toupee tape that I get on Amazon. So it's men's toupee tape, and there's my little pokey dots, and then I just cut around it and rip the paper off the back, and then it sticks, and then I stick it back on, and so I can reuse all my pokey dots. So that's one project. I'm trying to do one a day. So this project will take over a year because it's 480 blocks. When I left home, I like visuals. When I left home, I had that many done. And since I've left home, I have this many done. And by the time I get home, I hope to have about that many done. So I'm working on that. So that's what I'm quilting. Boom. The rest of this is about cooking and knitting because that's what I'm doing here. So I have my in-laws here and trying to make it easier for them to get their meals and also me and mom. So I've mentioned that I'm doing Super Cubes meals and I brought a whole bunch of them with me. Mom and I have tacos for tonight. It's Taco Tuesday for Cinco de Mayo. So mom already has that down at her house. I'm 22 houses down the street and across the street. But another day this week, we're going to have mac and cheese. So I made mac and cheese and I froze it in the little silicone square containers. And then I vacuum sealed it and then it fits in here. And then we have 2 cups of this for dinner for mom and me. Another night, we're going to have bolognese sauce, which I just thought a cup was enough for mom and me, which is just like an adorable stick of butter. I think my in-laws are having pork chops tonight, this size pork chops. So yeah, I cooked all this ahead of time and it's been really great because some things have come up and I've been running around a lot between houses. So this way, all my cooking is done and the cleanup is really easy because this is it. I made turkey pot pies that I made in dishes and popped out this way. And then mom and I each had a turkey pot pie last night and it was adorable. It was the cutest little square with the cutest little square crust on it because I use a pourable crust. It looks like pancake batter and it pours over and it made it the perfect size and it just sat in here and it was just the cutest thing ever. It was also delicious and neither of us could finish, so mom got leftovers today. So ta-da, that's what I've been doing and I will be making more when I get home. So that's really fun. If anyone's ever wanted to do this, I've always wanted to do this. And the fact that it makes sense to help our elders is super fun for me. Because, come on, is that just the cutest little stick of butter of bolognese sauce that is right there? And when you're taking meals to people, there's always going to be waste. But these bags I can cut off here, clean out, and then refill, and they just get shorter. So I can use them a couple times. But if I sent them Home Chef or Cook Unity or whatever those meals are, there's waste in that too. So I can live with this. Let's see. Terry, you looked it up on Olfa. Your Google skills are strong. Shannon, men's toupee tape. Yeah, cheaper than it's called garment tape, I think. And it really is to, hold evening gowns in place or hold the straps in place. It's just double-sided tape that sticks to your body. You know what else is double-sided tape that sticks to your body? Toupees. So I got a roll of toupee tape for nothing, or I could have gotten a piece of garment tape the size of a Band-Aid for $20. So worked for me. Carol, hello in the Great North. Hopefully things are warming up for you up there. We've just had the craziest weather. Hopefully you're a little warmer up there. Like things are blooming here. I'm further south than where I live because I'm down in Pittsburgh and I live in New York and then you're up in Ontario. But like the rhododendrons in full bloom in my sister's yard, but mine hadn't budded yet at home. So I get to see latitude, I think. Is that latitude? Yeah. Are the dishes ceramic? These dishes are ceramic and they come with these cute little lids that are good up to about 400 degrees, but I still take them off for the microwave. I found something neat. Okay, so see, there's that. Um, but they freeze in a silicone. They're like silicone, like a silicone ice cube tray, but it's a 1 cup tray, a 2 cup tray, a half a cup tray, a 2 tablespoon tray, that sort of thing. So I'm just starting to learn how it works, but I have 3 elders to feed, and then it also works great for my husband and I, so I can cook and then just pull out enough for our dinner, and we don't eat the same food 18 days in a row. So I just pull it out, defrost it in there, and we'll have that. I don't think we're having that tomorrow, but I have this. This is bolognese sauce. I have mac and cheese and pulled pork, and then I still have beef barley soup and ham. I think that's all the meals that are left. So today's day 6 of 12 that I'm away from home. So 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll figure it out. I think we'll go out to eat another time. So it's adorable, and it makes me really happy. It makes all the little dopamine receptors in my brain go, oh, this is awesome. And come on, isn't that adorable? It's just the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I know I was talking about doing that, but now that I have all the dishes and the meals in front of me, I just pulled them out of the freezer, and I'll put them back in because we don't need them yet. I took a cooler full and dropped it off at my in-laws, and it was nice because there's no packaging. If you don't know you're getting a cooler full of food, do you have an empty shelf in your freezer? No, but this can slide in anywhere, so that worked out. Let's see. Love those super cubes. I have loved them for a long time, but these make me really happy. They're so cute. I can't stand it. I kind of was annoying my mom last night as I was just looking at the cuteness of this perfect little turkey pot pie that fit in the perfect little dish. I'm like, these are so cute. I can't stand it. She's like, I don't think dishes are cute. I'm like, they are. They're adorable. Daffodils are out in Canada. Tulips are not far behind. When my daffodils came and went at home, we don't have tulips because we have deer. I think I saw 1 tulip once, and by the time I went to get my camera, a deer came and ate it. So there are someone has planted daffodil tulips on my property, but I'll never see them because of the scavengers. Carol, it's hot. We're expecting snow in Colorado. Oh, hopefully it's none that stays around. Like I've seen snow flurries through Memorial Day, which is the end of May here in the States. But we've never really had a snow lay in April. So hopefully you're good with that. Carol, it's 83 at home. Wow. Because Carol, you live closer to me. So it's a high of 73 today in Pittsburgh because I looked on my watch. So yeah. Okay. I'm missing it. But anyway, this is where I am. Dina, hello. You're right on time. I'm glad you're here. And Patty, hi. Yes, it's very cool. It makes me super happy because I'm a dork. I'm like, oh, our parents could use some meals. And I'm like, oh my word, it's like Christmas. Let me solve this for you. I get to cook and I get to plan and I get to freeze it and it's cute. And I buy all the dishes and I'm having a blast. Laura, no, 4 to 8 inches. Worried about tree limbs breaking. Ugh. We haven't had the snow, but we've had the cold. As in, I'm not expecting much fruit to be grown in New York because we've had dreadfully cold weather, and it was in the 90s the week before that, so everything blossomed. So I don't think we're going to get much local fruit in New York this year. I think it pretty much all died. And I'm just really sad for them. They tried hard. They had smudge pots out. They had orchard heaters, and my farm actually brought in a helicopter to come in with the rotors and kind of blow the cold air out of the dips in the ground. But I still think they lost a lot of it. Let's see. It's 78 here in Huntsville. Hello in Huntsville. Deer will eat anything. They loved my hostas salad last year. Yeah, I don't plant anything. Deer don't eat daffodils. Other than that, they eat everything. They're locusts. Carol, you love my sweater. Thank you. Great transition. So I only packed a couple outfits and it's time to do laundry. This is my last outfit. Now I get to repeat. But this was the outfit to wear because today I went to the knitting store. I had just enough time between taking mom shopping this morning and doing some work before the video here. And then I was maybe going to my in-laws and then dinner with mom. But I ran to the knitting store for a couple reasons. One, because yarn. Two, it's local. Three, it's my birthday and I had a coupon. And four, they had some special stuff. So I'm a knitter as well as a quilter, but I'm a much better quilter than I am knitting. So I brought knitting with me, but I think I'm missing some of it. I think some of it's still in my bedroom. So the knitting I brought for when my brain hurts is my standard hitchhiker scarf that I can just sit at the kitchen table and knit. And it's just a scarf with all these little pointies on it. And I don't have to think about it. And it's an 8-row repeat that I do automatically. So that's really fun. And this is wool and acrylic blend from Sheeps, SCHEEPJES. So this is an international yarn. The color is Bubblicious. So it's pink and brown. And these are the ones I make as gifts. So I just keep this yarn around, knit it, and it's super fun. I also brought some other knitting with me, and I'm thinking I'm missing one knitting bag that might be in the other room. So I brought my grandson's sweater with me, I think, but that could be in the other room. So it is Storm. It is a textured knit, and this was just my swatch. But his birthday is coming up, and I wanted to give him a sweater for his first birthday, even though he won't wear it till the fall. So I brought this to make, and I think that's in a bag in my bedroom. I brought this, which is more of that Sheepies, SCHEEPJES, and this is cotton acrylic and purple to make a sleeveless top, summer top for my sister. And then I brought this yarn, which was a special yarn dyed for Rhinebeck a couple years ago, which is the premier knitting, the biggest knitting show in the United States. And this is just sock yarn. It's called Halloween Barbie. So it's black and sparkly with orange and yellow, but then also hot pink. So it's Halloween Barbie. And I brought my sock knitting bag with me, so I have to make that. But again, I think that's in the other room. And then I have some random applique in here, just in case I ran out of applique. I'm making a quilt that is 2-inch squares with 1-inch pink dots on it, and making that with a 4-patch. So I have millions, so that I will never run out of things to do. In the bag that's still in my bedroom is also knitting hats for the national parks, and I have 2 national parks worth of yarn in there as well. So I have that going. But I just went to the yarn store because I might run out. Let me go and see the comments. So this sweater is called Rocket, like rock, R-O-C-K, rock it, not rocket, rock it tee. And this is made with Mayak yarn, which I think is an Italian blend of yak and wool and stuff. And it matches my shoes. I saw this color blue. My friend Karen owns Pick Up Every Stitch. And I walked in, I said, I need a new project. She said, we just got this in. I said, yes, you did. And she showed me this blue. I'm like, I have shoes this color. So I made this sweater to match my shoes. And I was in the knitting store and they were like, oh, your shoes match your sweater. I'm like, oh, nay. My sweater matches my shoes. The shoes came first. So, it's just a really easy to wear t-shirt. It's nice and cool. Carol, you just ordered the cookie trays in pink. You have cookie dough in the freezer ready to bake. I do too. But I didn't bring it, and my mom yelled at me because I was telling her how excited I was about these dishes and might have a new freezer that has all the shelves. For this shelf goes to my in-laws, this shelf goes to her, this is for us, and my bottom drawer is just full of cookie dough. And she's like, you didn't bring me any. So I'll be here again in a month, and I will be bringing different cookies. So what type of cookies do you like to put in there? Because I just have chocolate chip for now, but I was thinking like peanut butter, I'm not a big cookie baker, but I don't mind making the dough and popping it out. So let me know some good cookies to put in the cookie dough balls. And I don't have pink. All of my silicone trays are black, and then I have the charcoal, and I also have the blue baking dishes. But I'll be leaving some of these here with my in-law, with the parents, so that they'll be able to cook up stuff. Let's see. Patty, you will purchase the dishes and give them to your daughter, then she can fill them up and give them to me. She loves to cook, so you're giving her a gift. If I would accept that. So this is my mom, and because my dad passed like 15 years ago. So I have my mom and then my in-laws, and they're both happy to receive the food. And if they gave these to me so I could give them stuff back, it's Christmas. If you love to cook, it's just so darn cute. I had to figure out a crust for my turkey pot pie, because I didn't want to I don't make pie crust, and I didn't want to have to roll it out into squares because I don't want to roll it out at all. I usually would buy a Pillsbury pie crust or generic or whatever. But I found a recipe for a pourable crust, and it went right in the squares. It was delicious, heated well. Totally love it. Just Google pourable crust. And I think my recipe is from the UK because it was all in grams and stuff, but it worked out great. It has like an egg and a half a cup of oil in it. It was great. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Madeline. It's good to see you. Hello. Thank you for my birthday wishes. Janet, down in the Carolinas. You are in North Carolina, I think. No, you're in South Carolina. Okay, you're in South Carolina. 78 degrees, heat on overnight. Oh, it's a happy camper with not being humid yet. I get that, but I was expecting this to be the free weather, where I didn't need a furnace or an air conditioning, because a couple weeks ago I needed air conditioning. I'm in heart failure, and my body did not respond well to suddenly being 92 degrees and humid. My feet were like this big. So free weather is rare. And it's free weather now, but the heat still pops on overnight because it's a low. Well, today the low is only 57, so today's going to be a free day. No heat, no air conditioning. Laura, love the purple. I will show the top when I finish. Carol, nice Halloween colors. It was the Barbie that sold it, but it's sparkly. So Halloween Barbie. And I have a little knitting bag that has my pattern in it. It has a little ruler in it. And I use a little I use 3 flexi knitting needles to make socks. But again, I think that's in the other bag. Well, hello, Jeanette. You're finishing a sweater your mom started 40 years ago. He never wore it, and I have no idea who will wear it, but it will be finished. Solidarity. I'm with you. Do it. You can do it. Dina, thank you. I love my sweater. It's very light and airy, and it's not perfect. There's this beading going down the raglan, and some of them are off, and I just don't care. I had fun making it. Peanut butter cookies for sure. Okay. I was thinking snickerdoodles, but they'd have to roll in something, so I'll have to come up with some other cookies that can just plop and bake. Because, again, I don't bake cookies. Yay! After school specials. Ooh, let me write that down. Where's my pen? And my sister has a pen. Here, excuse my reach. Okay, after school. How do I open the pen? Sharon, what do you got? Okay. And of course, I picked a highlighter, but I'll write it down. After school special. I made the chocolate chip cookies for my husband so that he can just make a cookie or two at night. Because at this season of my life, I am in Pittsburgh 2 to 3 months a year, a week and a half here, 2 weeks there type of thing. So he has meals he can take out. He has cookies, and I kind of like them, and he likes chocolate cookies. So it works out. Happy birthday. Thank you. Snickerdoodles. Madeline, happy birthday week. So you'll be in order because in our family had an uncle's birthday on the 3rd, then May the 4th, then Cinco de Mayo, then my birthday, and now you. So it's just a good week run. You keep turning off the heat and hubby keeps turning it on. That's a mixed marriage right there. People running at different temperatures. Yay for no humidity. That's gross. Carol, you do a prep meal a day a week. You have millions of cookie recipe, gluten-free or not. Nice. See, I'm taking care of everyone right now, but in the midst of that, I'm also disabled. And some days aren't great for me. So if I'm up to cooking, I'm going to cook a lot. And if I'm going to make a meatloaf, I'm going to make meatloaf for the year. And now I have freezer space for it and dishes for it, and I could just freeze it all up. Same with the bolognese sauce. So I don't plan on having a specific day a week. I plan on when I cook, cooking a lot. Eat it tonight, make it to pack away. That's my plan. I've done those cooking days, but I don't have the energy to do that anymore. Hello, Giovanna, and thank you for the birthday wishes. The after-school specials are chocolate chip oatmeal snickerdoodles rolled into one with vanilla and vanilla. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I will definitely be looking into those because I have the 2 tablespoon ones. I don't have the cookie molds. I have the 2 tablespoon ones, but I will get the cookie molds. I just wanted to get enough started to see if the elders in our family would use these, and they did. They were excited about them. My mom's like, oh, it would be nice to have more of these turkey pot pies in the freezer and I can just heat it up. So guess what? Mom is getting a dish. And then the next time I come, she's just getting more. So just, bring a couple each time. Fortunately, my car is here about once a month. So I can bring a cooler. So that was some of the knitting I brought. But I just went to the yarn store in my sweater and shoes. And I had a birthday coupon. So it's like they made me go because I've been to these yarn store before. And I had cash in it. I had rewards from shopping there. So see how much money I saved. So I'm from Pittsburgh. And last week, 2 weeks ago, the NFL draft was in Pittsburgh. And the knitting store made a special. This is the Pittsburgh skyline on this bag. This is a Delaque bag. So this is the Pittsburgh skyline. And they had a special bag made. And then I bought the filled bag, and I'll show you what was in the bag. So one was a little thing of crochet hooks to tuck your ends in. Different baby crochet hooks. How awesome is that? Little baby stitch markers in Pittsburgh colors. So it is the store's logo on these t-shirts. And then on the back, it is YBB, Yarn Bits and Bobs. And it is in Pittsburgh colors, which are black and gold. All of the sports teams in Pittsburgh are black and gold. Oh, but wait, there's more. So there was a sticker that already went on my water bottle. It's the state of Pennsylvania with a heart over Pittsburgh. So that's on my water bottle. Also, there's a local dyer that I bought her yarn here before, and she is a former librarian. So her yarn is called Ex Libris. And this is called the Superstar Pick because the NFL draft was just here, and then she made this yarn for it. So I've already been on Ravelry and decided I'm making a halibut cowl out of this because it's just a limited amount of double knitting yarn. So that was in there. Showed you the sticker. What else was in here? I got a pen, a pin. I got a Pittsburgh pin, a little bottle of Heinz ketchup. It's a thing. I'm from Pittsburgh. It's a thing. A couple other little goodies and candies and nail files. Soak, which is some stuff you wash your knitwear in. And that was a special thing. I saw this online. And my daughters were in town bringing the grandbaby to see all the folks, but they didn't get to the knitting store. I'm like, oh, come pick this up. So, yay, they still had it, and now I have it. Oh, but wait, there's more. Where's my bag? Oh, talk amongst yourselves. My bag fell over. So I usually look for like a thing of sock yarn if I'm buying a present for myself. And they had some hand-dyed yarn This was 150 grams, which is ginormous. And the color on my screen isn't looking good. This is looking purpley, but this is called Stiletto. And this is actually the color of the red that is in the bottom of a pair of Louboutin shoes. I know it looks purpley here, but it's actually red. So this will be some red socks. And then I pre-ordered my yarn crawl. So I will be here for 2 weeks this summer when there is a Steel Valley yarn crawl at these 9 different shops. So I don't know if I'll get to all of them, but while I'm here, I think the furthest one's maybe 2 hours away. Maybe it'll give me, I'll just go that way, go that way. It'll give me something to do when I'm here for a couple weeks. If the family here doesn't decide I have enough to do already. So we'll see how that goes. So that's what I got. And like I said, I had a $5 coupon because I've shopped there before and had rewards. And I had a 15% off coupon because it's my birthday. So they kind of paid me to take it home. Oh, and when I pre-ordered that passport, they have a crossbody zip front bag with the logo on it. So I'll be picking that up later. So the ragu sauce can also be canned. Yes, but I'm afraid of canning. I'll do water bath and I can do tomatoes in water bath, but I'm still kind of scared of it. And I'm not scared of freezing something. I just bought a new freezer. Yes, 2 thumbs up for canning, except I'm a big old ninny. So Carol, you say the 2 tablespoons will work for cookies? Good. Awesome. It's like they were giving away the yarn. It's their fault, really. I had no choice in the matter. I had no agency. They made me take it. They had yarn the color of a pair of Louboutins. They had the Pittsburgh bag and then the yarn curl bag. I had to do it. No choices. Very cute bag. Thumbs up and hello, everyone. That was a very cool loot bag, wasn't it? I saw it online, and like I said, my daughter and her wife were in town introducing the baby to all the grandparents, and they both knit. So I'm like, oh, and if you go to the yarn store, pick that up for me, or I'll just pay to have it shipped. And they didn't get to the yarn store, and I didn't pay to have it shipped, but they had it today. I walked in, they're like, are you looking for a project? I said, well, I'm here because I'm in town alone, taking care of 3 elderly people. So I'm here for me. And everyone in the quilt shop just went, oh, I'm sorry, the yarn shop just gave me bunches of love. So I can also go to the quilt shop for that. It's good to know you have community wherever you are. Did they gift it to me? Practically. It looks red for you? Good, because it looks kind of purple on my screen, but it is red. Hello, Louise. It's good to see you. Dina, you saw my class online at Patches and something, bits and pieces. But I'm at work. So sad. I'll be teaching again on May 28th. I'm also at Quilter's Corner at Middlebury Sew and Vac. And then if you take one of the classes, you get the Zoom link to watch it for a month afterward. So yeah, I try. Giovanna, well, if you have a big freezer, that's the best. Yours is small. I bought a new one and it's right next to my refrigerator. It's right on the corner from my kitchen and the dining room. Yes, I'm not fancy people. The free freezer should be in the basement, but this body can't walk up and down stairs. So I ordered a nice freezer that has shelves and total room, and I have baskets to go. This shelf is for this family, that shelf's for this family. Like I said, I just went for it because if I was going to order Cook Unity, it was going to cost money and time, and this is fun for me. Hello, good to see you. Oh, nice. I like when people get along. So that's the sewing that I brought with me. I still haven't edited the video for that village quilt. Fantastic. And if you sign up, you can watch it later. Most definitely. Yep. Because I have classes saved in my Zoom. They eventually scroll off because I don't have an unlimited amount of storage, but you get to watch it for a month afterward. But if you get a chance to come to a class in person, that's good too, as in really good too. But since everyone can't do that, we do have it online. No basement for you either. You have knee problems. Yeah, mine is a back problem that took out my left leg. So I have enough trouble just getting me in and out of the house. I can't, and I have to get up a whole flight of stairs to get into my house, and the same with my sister's house. So try to keep things easy. And if I'm taking dinner to mom, I can actually take this, just throw it in my purse, frozen, and then cook it down at mom's because she just lives 22 houses that way. So yeah, that's my sewing. I have more knitting and sewing to do. I'll be here another 6 days. I should be home next Tuesday unless my sister's flight gets totally destroyed. Her plans, as in, the flight gets canceled. She didn't fly Spirit, so she's fine. Dina, you feel for me? Yep, we do the best we can. So I have a freezer in my dining room. I'm not fancy people, and it works. So it's pretty exciting. My bat took out my right leg, so together we could walk. Yeah. Mine took out my left leg, and I'm so sorry for your right leg because I can still drive a car without adapting. Like my left leg's not reliable. If I'm walking, sometimes it'll go, no, just kidding. That sort of thing. And stairs are hard, but if I can walk flat 95% of the time and I can drive. So life is fabulous. If I'm going to lose a leg, I'll lose the left one, please. And thank you. So hopefully you've been able to find some adaptation to make it easier for you. I still love being independent, as independent as I can be. So other things. Last week I was talking about, I finished The Count of Monte Cristo, and someone told me to look on PBS. I forget who it was. Someone in the comments told me to look on PBS because that's where The Count of Monte Cristo with Jeremy Irons was, a new series. And I said, no, I think it's a Netflix series. And we were both right. And I did check out the PBS series. I went back to look at Netflix. This fall, they're doing a feminist reimagining of The Count of Monte Cristo called The Countess of Monte Cristo. And that is following Mercedes. And I get a little fussy when you mess with my books. I mean, I'm sure it's fine and might be great. Like, I'm interested in watching and reading the other Bennett sister from Pride and Prejudice. Like, so hopefully this will be that it'll be adding to canon rather than taking away from it. So yeah. Giovanna, you live in Italy. Well, hello in Italy. So in The Count of Monte Cristo, I did go and I subscribed to PBS for a 7-day free trial. And I would have paid for it for a month, but there were 8 episodes of The Count of Monte Cristo, and I watched. I was like, oh, I hope I can get 8 episodes in 7 days. Day and a half, less than just about 24 hours. I watched all 8 episodes, and the book is really, really long. It's big book, and a lot happened. So they condensed some characters and changed some storylines, but it was a reasonable retelling of the story. Unlike the Jim Caviezel movie from 2002, I think it was. So I really enjoyed that. That was wonderful. And then I asked my husband, I'm like, what should I watch now? And so he said, oh, well, we're not going to have Disney for much longer. So watch Disney. And he wants me to watch all the Predator movies on Disney. So I've watched 3 of them so far. And all I can say is each one is better than the last. So there's some new series that are out. He wants me to watch them. So I will be knitting and appliquing and watching Predator on Disney before our subscription ends. You are a descendant of the Count of Monte Cristo from your mom's side of the family. That is awesome. I get so excited when people know these things. Because number one, I'm an American, which I'm a mutt, I guess. I don't really know. Because in addition to being an American, I'm adopted. So my family starts with me. I have no idea who I'm descended from. My family starts with me, which is a big responsibility. But I love when people have have a history and know their story. I'm on social media. I've been seeing clips of a series called the Relative Race or something like that. And it's through Brigham Young University, and they are taking people who have been adopted and then finding all their family. Like, this is my uncle, this is my cousin, and they start meeting their family and learn their story. And I'm like, I'm still okay not knowing, so I don't know. I think it would be neat to know, but I think there's another side of that coin that I'm not willing to see. So I will forever remain unknown. But that is so cool. So the real Count of Monte Cristo, because this was the book from Alexander Dumas. Hopefully there wasn't as much, prison break and revenge going on in the real Count of Monte Cristo, but that's just so cool. That's really fascinating. No Predator for me. Yeah, I don't mind. Let's see. Outpost is a cool series, medieval and sci-fi. Get my Sharpie out, and I'm going to write that down to add to my list. So, things I'm going to do soon are I am going to read The Other Bennet Sister, which is Pride and Prejudice, and it deals with the Bennet. Oh, what's her name? Not Kitty, not Lizzie. Mary. It deals with Mary Bennet and her story. It fills in her story. So I'm interested in reading the book, and then I think I will have to subscribe to Acorn to get, or BritBox to get. It's a British series, and I don't mind subscribing somewhere for a month, but I don't need to yet because apparently I still need to watch all the Predator movies. Let's see. On my father's side, our family comes from an orphanage, and your surname is from there. Yeah, I don't have anything. I just have this. And it's so exciting when I look at my kids, because I have a kid who looks exactly like me. And I now have 5 grandchildren, and a couple of them resemble not only our side of the family, but me specifically. So it's just really neat to see, because I've never, until I had kids and then grandkids, I don't know anybody who looks like me. So it's kind of neat to see that. At the moment, you're doing freezer paper piecing and paper beads in the crafts. Very cool. That's very cool. I do an applique and some knitting. But my in-laws said they're cooking up one of my little dishes of dinner, so I'm not going to be going over there before dinner. So they'll just heat something up. And then I will have dinner with Mom. Then I'll get to spend the evening sewing and then see what my birthday brings tomorrow. It's going to start with Scandinavian pancakes from the International Pancake House, or the Pancake House or something, which is not IHOP. And it has like boysenberry syrup on them, and they're these crepe-ish, lacy like pancakes. That's Mom and I are having pancake breakfast tomorrow, and then I think I'll have dinner with my in-laws, and there will be cake. It is cool to have them look like me. Let me find my phone, because I have a picture. My daughter is an absolute clone of me. And I don't think I have it on my computer, but I do have it on my phone. Let me see if I can find it. I usually have it saved. Anyway, memories. Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. If I can't find it, I'll give up. Is that it? Quotes work. Instagram later. No, I'm not going to see it, but I do have a picture of my daughter and I, and she says she doesn't look anything like me. So I took off my glasses and I put our faces right next to each other, and we're the same person. Poor child. Poor child. Foundation paper piecing. Strong DNA. I guess so, because this child, she has my husband's mother's nose and my husband's eye shape and color. But other than that, this is my daughter. Poor thing. Wish I could pass something better to her, but this is what I got. And she always makes sure our hair is very different. So I do tend to have long hair, and I like it that way, but I lost my hair. So my daughter always has short hair to look different from me. And then I lost my hair, and I'm like, what are you going to do now? She was like, being bald is not out of the question, because I ended up with very short hair, and she knew, and obviously I grew it back, but she wanted to be sure that we were distinct. Well, I am what I am. This is what I look like. In my job, I get my picture taken every day at work whenever I'm teaching. I do live videos, and I get to stare at myself on camera when I'm talking to you. So I know what I look like. But it's just me. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to hide from cameras and, oh, I don't like what I look like. This is me. It's who I am. I've got gray streaks in my hair. I was pulling my hair back, and then I get these big, long gray streaks in there. But I'm 57, and I've earned every one of them. You cut your hair 7 millimeters. No. My hair, well, it's not 70 millimeters because that's only 2 inches. Yeah, this could be 700 millimeters because I've got a couple American feet of hair, imperial feet of hair. So this could be 700 millimeters. You hate having your picture taken. I got over it. Just because I'm at all the quilt shows and people come and take classes and they want to take a picture with me, and how rude of it would be for me to say, no, I don't like having my picture taken. Yes, take the memory home. It's what I look like. It's okay. People are like, oh, I took this picture. Is that okay? And my answer is always, yeah, it's probably what I look like. Let's see. Not a bad thing. No, it's just what I look like. You'll be 66 this year. Happy birthday. Age is a privilege denied to many, so I don't lie about my age. I don't hedge any. I don't skirt it. I will be 57 tomorrow at 4 something in the afternoon. And if anyone follows Lisa Kaye, the quilter, online, she's a couple hours older than I am. So wish her a happy birthday. We're birthday twins. The same way that the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito were twins. So I'm the Danny DeVito to Lisa Kaye's Arnold Schwarzenegger, but we're birthday twins. We were actually born on the exact same day. We were born less than 12 hours apart. She's a few hours older than I am. Yeah, I do too. I do too. And when I'm online or when I'm videoing, I tell myself to smile a little bit to at least bring it to neutral, because otherwise I look like this. So I do have to remember to smile. Used to have hair to your knees. Mine's never been that long. This is about as long as it gets, just above my waist. But that's what I like. That's what it makes me feel like me. So cool we get choices. So anyway, I'm going to go do some of this sewing and watching some more Predator and seeing some more elders. And that's what I'm doing here in Pittsburgh. I will be back next week on Tuesday at 2:30 in New York. And I should be in New York in my home studio. But I'm not getting home till Monday night, so there will not be much sewing going on between now and then. But I will be home next week. So thanks for visiting with me, and thanks for all the birthday wishes. You guys are the best. And be sure to hit up your local quilt shops, your local yarn shops, things like that, because they are our emotional support shops when we need them. Have you ever gone there just because you needed to? Have you ever gone to your local quilt shop, or I also knitting shop, just because you needed people to that love you to hang out with you when you were all alone in a strange city? Yeah. So love on the local quilt shops and local yarn shops. But I will see you next week. Have a great week, everyone. And until I see you, happy quilting. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll be back next week at 2:30 on Tuesday. Bye.